What's the deal, gang? What up, y'all? What's everybody doing? How we doing? Let me just finish setting up here. Oh, Zoom gang. My bad. My bad. Yeah, if you're stuck in the waiting room, just let me know and then I'll admit you. You will be admitted. Admitted. There's too many, you guys. Too many. You guys show up earlier. Show up on time. Yeah, y'all coming in here late. It's my fault. Hold on. What's going on? Yo, what is up with this hair over here? Go back. All right, gang, we are live. Cut this damn music because it's getting on my nerves right now. Let me turn it down for myself. And let's get into a little breakdown. Break it down. Break it down. Nice. Hope you guys enjoyed that breakdown. Drop a like, sub to the channel. Turn on your notifications, this way you know when we're on, and let's get started with a little chart breakdown over here. So the daily closed bullish, not much of a top wick, a little bit of a top wick, but it's pretty much reached resistance here. But we're bullish, so we'd expect to continue up, right? 4-hour level here. 038. Jump down, get more recent, because that's far. That's 100 pips away. So let's look at stuff that matters, right? Let's forget the goldfish. Let's discuss the shit that matters. And let's draw up some levels. So we're in a range here. Lovely. 93. Okay, it's a bit higher here. We'll adjust it right there, because above that, the reason I've put that up there is because above that area we move up. So above 93 we tap at least 98, so there's about at least 50 pips of range, but I think the overall range here will be to 400 flat, 2400. Yeah, if we mark this off right here, yes sir, 2400 flat. All right, now I'm gonna see if we can get this range to be a little lower. I think we can. I think we can look at it like this. Or can't we? You know, this gets tough because I don't want to bump into this right away. Yeah, this makes a lot more sense. I think anything above here, we're good to come up. Right, because if we bring that down to 92 area, then we have immediately right here 93 area right above us, right? Let's just keep it over there. So I think 83 to 93 is a decent area, and I think we have some range within there that we can play. these ranges are massive. Hey, get out of here. I can deal with this. Yeah, we tend to fill the range up from here. It's minor. But it really makes sense here. Look at that, because we closed above it. On the last, it was on the last hourly candle. You had this at the beginning of the candle at 7 p.m. It's a nice wick we just grabbed. So we're looking to fill out the range here to 93,498 and probably continue past it. I want to see if we had any closures. Previous hourly, no top wick here. It's a little tough. Yeah, I think I'll wait for a top wick to be created, but maybe there's just so much momentum, but we did pull back, right? We did pull back to create a bottom wick. Or did we pull back to create this bottom wick as a range to now fill down? You know what I mean? So I think we'll have to either pull back or break above 93,498 for us to look for positions towards 2,400. Let's be patient. But if we look at it like this, where's their 5 level here? Right there. Let's go back. We have not closed above that area. Cool. Just, you know, just quite. This will be interesting. I like that we're pushing up. I would like to leave some form of top wick, because we close like this in a minute with no top wick. That's a like candle, right? We can get a top wick to 93 and the price can, you know, for all we know, can come back down. So I'd like it to push and leave a top wick. Ideally break above 93.49. See what happens historically here. We drive off of 89 to fill 2,400. We've tapped it. This is a minor level. We closed the bow at 92.08. This was a 5 level, so I was just wondering if we're looking for a buy on the previous candle, on the previous 5, on the previous 15. Where would that take us? But there was a level here, so glad we had no entries there. 30 still open, right? Previous 30, no top wick. There's a likelihood we come back down in range, especially with the previous hourly closing the way it did with no top wick, right? Now, if this hourly here closes with the top wick, right, this gives us that range that the previous hourly didn't have. So with momentum, we can fill the wick, right? That's our advantage point, and then the rest of the range. And as you can see, every time we drive through this little area, we fill it. The problem is it's just tiny. It's 15 pips here. So I'd like a closure above, because also, as you notice, every time we do close above, we fill the range. This one just drove straight through. Never closed, drove straight through, close above, fill the range. So if we can close above, we will look to fill that same range. Yeah, there's a 92 area there, but I think the overall we want, that's a minor level. Like, we understand we want to be above 93. I think I'm going to get rid of this 92 area. I think it's kind of irrelevant here in the grand scheme of things. What I will say though is, $93.92.6. If we're able to close above 93.5, we're looking for a bottom wick to around 92.6 area. Okay. We have guests? What do you mean? We were here a little while ago, a few weeks back, so. At the door. There goes some only Turpy. Looks hourly bottom wick already nice. Yeah, but the previous hourly had no top wick. Highly likely that we just tap 93.5 and come back down and flip bearish and close bearish. But if we're able to close above 93.5, I'm not looking for a massive bottom wick. So, there's an area at 92.6 that we just saw where if we get a bottom wick there, we can drive straight up. We might not get that bottom wick, right? It might be a small bottom wick. I'll see how it looks here on the 15 and the 30. How's the fun to top stuff going? So they warned me for trading news. They hate me. I took a big W on the Forex account on the news, and they were like, "Don't do that." I think they know who I am. Who's vibrating? All right. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Let's just see how we close on the 30. Little no time to ask around. Yeah, I don't like that shit because like that's what consistency is for me. Trading news the way I trade it. Like, why would I avoid my own strategy? Yo, Shaq is stupid. I don't know if you guys are watching the halftime report right now. Shaq is just jokes, so. Japan CPI are bad? Yes. Kill them now. Get rid of them. Straight to jail. Very, very bad. Oh man, this shit died too. Yeah, those CPI people, they're really bad people. Let's just see what happens. We're waiting on a closure above 93.5, chat. But as I said, the previous hourly had no top wick, so there's highly likely we can tap this 93.5 area and flip bearish. So as you see, this is the initial tap off that area where it shows that this is a strong level. Will this flip bearish now? We don't know, but we have the first part of it. All right, we've tapped that area and we see a rejection, a small rejection, right? You see a wick, this wick bouncing off of it. So we need a clear closure above 93.5. We need to have a top wick that's left for us above there to fill. And then we need a bottom wick to 92.6. Let's mark off 92.6 here. Right. So if those things can happen, close here like this, and a bottom wick comes down to here, right? We'll be in that position. Really want this area for a bottom wick because this is where we drove from previously as we look back, and then if we come down, we don't really tap that area and start driving, there's a likelihood we still come back down to it. So I don't want to be part of the trade until we actually get some orders. Actually, in the past, we've driven off this area. So it depends how steep we close. Because in the past, we've closed like this. And then the market, what it's done was it's given us a bottom wick just to this area. And done that. So we'll see how we close here above. And even if we even close above. But looking good for now. Looking good. Let me call my boy Elon to keep pushing this up. Tell your boy Elon to pull it back a little. No Diddy. We need a top wick. Eddie, why are you lying? I can see you. I know you're not laughing. Zero. LOL. I can see him. He's sitting with a straight face. Mouse, what up? Time to eat, trade. Might get disclosure. Disclosure might happen. If we don't get this bottom wick here, I won't enter because I don't want to grab some orders above here and come back in range with the previous hourly no top wick. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. Love the thumbnail. Where's all the inspiration coming from for real? From my head, bro. I'm a fucking vibe. It's just a lot of the things in my head I can't make public. It's just, I don't know. I'm creative like that. Not worry about the Knicks game tonight. Yeah, no New York teams are playing. There's no Knicks tonight. There's no Rangers tonight. If anything, I can root against teams. Like I can root against Boston right now. Be the anti-fan. Anti-fan. Go Cavs? Nah, fuck the Cavs. But we can yell. We can also yell. Boston sucks. We ain't rooting for nobody, but we can root against some teams. Word. I hope Jason Tatum bumps into Donovan Mitchell and they both sprain their ankles. That's some fucked up shit. "90 seconds, gang. 90 seconds. What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do? Tripping. Boston's winning the East. I know. That's why I hope some shit happens. Like if they just everybody gets sick for the next week. Like if everybody gets the flu. Like for only a week, I don't want them to feel bad. Just for a week, if they can all get the flu, the entire team. All right, maybe just the starting lineup. I'm cool with that. Well, yo, hold on, gang. Give me 1 second. Sorry, gang. My kids going crazy in the other room. They need to go to bed. Yeah, no, we closed above, small wick. I don't mind taking positions with what we have, but like I said, we're gonna need to come down here. The thing is, I think if we come down here, we're probably coming back in range, but on the off, because of the previous 1 hour closure. But if on the off chance that we don't, we'll have buy stops, but I think we'll need to tap this 926 area. If we just reject right here, this can happen also, but I don't think that's enough of a bottom wick for us. Excuse me. You a full-time trader? You have a side business? Yeah, I do Chippendales on the weekends. You ain't see my bow tie, bro? Is this it? How much room do we have up here? There's a lot of room. Flat, right? Not even 92.6, 93 flat. How long you have your locks? 7, almost 8 years, something like that. 7 years. So I started growing my hair in 2016. Or started growing. I stopped cutting my hair in 2016. Put it that way. I broke the previous 15, right? I don't know. I broke the previous 5. I think if it re-breaks this high here, we can have positions. Yeah. I'm gonna have a buy stop here, chat. I want to break it as high. Obviously, I want a steeper wick. We broke the previous 5. And the first thing it did was make a top wick, so I think if it re-breaks it, we have some room to come up. Account for spread here on buys. Unless you're doing futures, then fuck that. There's no fucking spread on futures. Oh, gang, hold on. Bounced off of it. There's a chance, yeah, there's a chance this might come down after a top wick, but I think overall with the 15, the 30, and the hourly all bullish, I'm gonna be in here. Almost, I'll tell you once it is. I'm accounting for spread. I'm not in here just yet. There we go. Now we're in. position I got into, chat. I'm gonna look to test the top of the range here. Oh, hold on, let me adjust that because it's a bit higher. Just a tad. Right, we're looking for this 2401 as the full. Stops below here. Oh, look at that. It tapped my buy stop and reversed. Interesting. Order filled. No. So I have chat. What I'm doing, for those of you who don't know that weren't in the clubhouse, I have a couple of different futures accounts that I'm trying out here, a 250 and a 50K. Just want to see how they work and the differences and their rules. And one already warned me not to trade news, but I'm trading off my Forex account as well. Jeez, that was ugly. It made a high, created a bottom wick, and rebroke the high, right? After breaking the previous 5-minute low. Jeez. That's the most annoying part because the 5-minute level is so far away to look at. Very least, right? You're expecting a top wick here to 95, so you're expecting 95 to be the rejection point. So interesting. I don't know. Okay, so I'm expecting 95 to be tapped at the very least before it drives down after breaking that high, but if that's not the case, we might actually manage early because I don't want to spend the session coming down to 89. I mean, it'll give us a tell. We'll see the 15 either respect or disrespect support. I did both. I grabbed one apex, one top step, and it's very hard to place positions on a lot of things all at the same time and manage. So I think I got to do it like one at a time, because I'm also, like I said, I'm also trading my Forex account. You can't take pineapples on Apex, I know. So what you can do on Apex is just close out your positions and take double a position from wherever you would have taken your pineapple. But like, that's a lot of management, right? That's a lot. Yeah, I'm in. I was looking for us to tap 95 here before going break even as we rebroke the high. You see that white line? That was entry. But it looks like we're going to come back down in range, and if that happens, I'll look to manage risk on the 4-hour. It all depends how the 4-hour closes here too, and how the hourly closes, right? Look, it's massively bullish, but shit, this 4-hour can come down and start flipping bearish for all we know. It doesn't have a bottom wick. I was just expecting 95 before it does that, because historically that's what it's done. Maybe we tap out here at 94.5 and that's it, but mean, logically, like if we didn't drive on that break of the high, we'd come down to 92.6. And like I said, I didn't want to be in there until we tapped 92.6, but the fact that we made a top wick, broke the high, and then we came down, we made a bottom wick, and then we rebroke that high. Usually when that happens, well, when there's volume, you'll see it drive, but I think we're going to come back down into range here, the way the 5 closed, the way the 5 printed. We'll see. So the 250K and the 50K, it's very like I have different lot sizes everywhere too. 250K, I'm doing 4 lots or 4 contracts, and the 50K I'm doing 6 micros. Okay, we've tapped that area, so if we start closing below here and not coming back up, I mean, I'll probably look to manage risk early here. 2 minutes for this 15 closure. You see the initial reaction off of it, right? But is this enough? Was that the area that was enough for us to now drive up, or will we break it? This is the level that we wanted to tap initially. Do 6. Chad, I'm testing them out just like you guys are, just so I can give you my experience. And from what I see already, and from the rules, like I was discussing this earlier in the clubhouse, it just, a lot of things don't make sense. A lot of things in there don't make sense. Like having a drawdown. What is that? What was it called? I don't know what kind of drawdown they call it, but the shit is the trailing. Yeah, the trailing drawdown. You could literally be up in a trade, never see drawdown, really like secure profits, and still blow the account on that trade. It's wild. Like when that sets in, and I'm like, well, I can't trade like that, because if I leave a runner, right, and that runner comes back to BE, you've technically blown the account. Even if you like trail, like if you go like 10, let's say you go 10 pips in profit, the runner goes for like 200 and comes back and hits you out at 10 pips in profit, and that's all you took. Shit. You blew the account. That's wild. I think that's good risk management. To them, you blew the account. All right, we had a 15 closure here, and I think, I don't know how that closed. That looks like it closed below. Yeah, barely, but below. It's interesting. It's not even interesting. It's like it doesn't make sense. Like it demotivated me. I was like, all right, I don't think this shit don't make you want to trade. Like I said it. I was like, I feel for the guys that like are doing the whole funding thing. Like that's crazy. I never understood. I was like, all right, under risk, but then like you can't under risk with this shit. Like you can, I mean, that's extreme under risking. You might as well just like, because then it's gonna take you forever to get funded. You might as well just open up a live account and grow it just as slowly as you're doing it on the funded. Like, you guys, that's what you guys should be doing, I think. Yeah, that 5 rejected, but left the bottom wick for this 5 to fill. Yeah, I can't manage risk here. I have to wait. There's actually nothing to manage. We're technically still ahead, higher time frame wise, right? But even if this hourly, let's say that even if this hourly was to come back here and flip bearish, right? As long as it doesn't close below 89, you're also technically still ahead because that 4-hour close is bullish. It just sucks. It didn't push right away. Right, because then you're kind of stuck waiting here for logic to play out. Don't trade fund no more. You can't put up with these. Yeah, I think this is my only experience here in futures for that funded, and I think everything else, like I will be doing futures and forex, but it'll all be live. There's gonna be no fun. You can't adjust strategies. Like, I've spent my life, my entire trading life building my edge in trading for what? For some nonsense. This shit don't make sense. I don't know. $83.74 Boston ahead. Third quarter about to be over. It's crazy how the Cavaliers are keeping this like a 6-point game right now, and they don't have nobody playing right now. Everybody's injured. Half the team injured. Margin call center. Apex also added a rule where you have to have a TP and stop loss before you place the trade. I'm about to sell this account. Anybody wants this Apex account? $20. I'm about to make money flipping Apex accounts. Oh man. What just happened here? Oh, the 15 tried to push up. It tried. Keep trying, 15. You can do it. Look, the 5 closed back above. So you typically see the top of the range here. How about them Knicks? Yeah, they played 5-on-3 yesterday. And they still won. They were short-handed. They got a red card. Man, I don't know how much they paying the refs. I hope these same refs are reffing the next series as well. Pacers didn't play yesterday. Yeah, Pacers didn't show up either. I don't know what that was for the Pacers. What are we waiting for? For our fucking TP to get smacked? It's the third time it's trying to break that high. Are we going to game 7 or are we finish them in Indy? I don't know. I really think New York takes this, but I'm skeptical of them taking it in Indiana. I think the Knicks need the Garden crowd. I think they really feed off the Garden. Like I think Madison Square Garden is just like where they like to play. Like they shoot better. Like I don't know. They're used to the court. That's why they call it home court advantage, right? Five minutes here for this hourly to close. Minutes. I think we finished in the Garden where we started. It's possible. That is a possibility. Nuggets might be the best team, honestly. Their offense is stupid. Yeah, I mean, Stephen A called them out when they were down 2-zip. He said, damn, Minnesota's might sweep them. And they go on to win 3 straight. It's tough. Got 3 minutes here. Okay. So here's what I'm looking at. If we push up a little, great. If we push down a little, great, because it'll leave a top wick. If we push up, great, we're in profits, right? But if we close with no top wick, I'll just close the position, right? So if the next hourly closes, or if this hourly closes with no top wick, I'll just close the position. We got 3 minutes. Good thing is, regardless of whatever, like we would have still been in here, right? Because look where it tapped our level on the dot, and then the rebreak at a highs, we would have been in. Let's do another 5 pips and we'll be good. Even in the last 5, would you still be in? Yes, but like I said, I would act on it the same way as I said I would just now. If it closes no top wick, I'll close it right out. If it pulls back, great, it leaves the top wick, you'll get it, you know, pineapple entry or whatever it is. Oh, that previous 5 closed with no top wick. Wow, that's what it is. Less than a minute here, gang. Seconds. This is the hourly. And this is the 4 hour also closing. That's okay. I'm gonna close the position right here at 3 pips in profit. I'm gonna call it a break even. That's 3 pips, but we just closed with no top wick on the 4 hour. Typically, we'll make a top wick here, but we don't know how steep it'll be, right? It can finish out the range, it can go halfway, it can be 3 pips, but there it goes. But typically, the reason we do this is because this candle will typically flip bearish, and because we don't have an edge here, we don't know how steep this top wick will be. Yeah, like this time, it would have given you, what did it give you here, right? It gave you your 16, it gave you 18 pips, right? But you don't know if it's going to give you 5, 15, 18, or 40 or 60. What you do know is at some point this candle will flip bearish. So if you're not sure there, you don't want to get your 5 and then it flips bearish and it drives the other way. It's not just the hourly that closed like that, right? That's the 4 hour. No top wick, no bottom wick. If so facto, not much range above it, and it needs to grab orders below it. So you would typically see this candle come down, break the previous 4 hour low before making a decision, right? So that's what I still expect. I expect the top wick to happen here and for us to come back down in range. I just don't know how steep this top wick will be. Did you close before? Yes, I closed as soon as I said it before. As soon as the candle closes, if we close with no top wick, I will close the position, and I closed it at 3 pips in profit. So this is going to go down as a BE. And long term, this will save you pips. You might have made some here if you left it, but let's say you left it and you're still expecting, it's highly likely it flips bearish and breaks its own low. Just based on what we've seen over the last 4 years, 5 years. Yeah, I never go through the, oh, I should have closed. No, like, I'm glad I executed according to my plan. But the futures account I forgot about, and I just closed it. This shit happened yesterday too, remember? Because this shit's like, here's the thing. I have a terminal for Forex. For the futures, it's all like online. I had to click on a different tab. I was like, oh shit, the futures tab's still open. Can't get over 1,500 profit on the 50. Yeah, I know, but yesterday I had a trade at 1,300. Green. Every time I see you post that green, I feel like you're asking for help. Just you. Everyone else says LOL. I'm fine with it, but with you, because I know you get the joke, and then you type LOL, and then I'm like, damn. This guy. Remember chat when we had this? The LOL guy? All it is just, it's just somebody drowning. You see? They're drowning. And they're just asking for help. They're like, ah, this is their hands right here. Help. They're drowning in these Forex waves, yo. Oh, wait. That's the wrong one. Help. It's just a little, just needs a little help. Somebody save this dude. He's drowning. You're missing out on GJ.
How about no?
Does he need mouth to mouth? Seems happy about it. I think he'll take that. So you see, this is what we just spoke about, chat. We don't know how steep this top wick will be, but we know that at some point, once it's made, this candle will flip. All based on the fact that the previous candle had no top wick. This is an edge in the market where you understand this will happen, and now you could start making plans for your positions around those things. For example, let's say we weren't bullish, we were bearish, and this happened, and now you're closing at a resistance like this. The candle makes a top wick. Once you flip, those could be your entries, understanding that it needs to flip, even having a top wick entry if the market was bearish here, right? What app do you use to make a thumbnail? I use a combination of 3 apps, 3 AIs. You're missing out on live cattle futures straight up? Yeah. We need this corn. All right, let's get rid of this knucklehead. Let's get rid of this level because we've already rejected. But how, you see how on point that level was where we made a bottom wick here, tapped it, drove up? Those things make me happy. Whee! This is why we closed here, because we understand this top wick is not a given, or the amount of pips in this top wick is not a given. And I think we need to head down here to the 4-hour low. But before you can be certain of that, because you have created a top wick here, right? You can still come back up. You would need to make sure you're closing back in range. Back in range, I mean below 89. At the moment, that's your range 2 breakout, below 89, right? Because resistance, support, range 1. Next support, range 2. So the likelihood of you holding this area is much likelier than coming down and breaking it. But if you do break it, I don't mind taking sells down as long as we establish some kind of support here, right? Close bullish and then break that again, right? If we can do that, then I will take trades coming down here. Sorry for those who FOMO. No, just you should understand and pick up like these little nuances, right? These bits and pieces, and build your strategy. And like, see, you didn't believe us. Now that happened. And look, like I said, it could still come up here. We created range above, but that's why you need to now have closures. The only thing we understood there was we're eventually going to need to flip bearish, right? But now we're going to need to have more things happen in order for us to have positions, like either hold this area as a support or break down here and establish another support and break it, and then we can look for sells, or are we going to hold this and look for more buys? Like, now more things have to set up. FRVP is a magic tool, bro. Why don't you use it? Because somebody once told me about a magic tool, and I only use this shit to throw at people that walk into my office that I don't want in here. It works like a boomerang. And somebody told me that it's the fucking wizard buttons. I said if we break above 2393, we're going to see 2400, but not just break above it, close above it with a top wick, right? We closed above it, no top wick, no more range, coming back down in range. Eventually, I believe we'll get there. It's just not time yet. Not quite yet. Is that magic keys? No, those are wizard buttons. I remember earlier, oh yeah. Honey, I decked the kids with the magic keys. I know, man. I like plain and simple too. Shit, I think those wonders. Is magic keys worth it? No, definitely not. Upcoming news. Right now? Really?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
still push up though, since it's not reacting as much. I mean, well, you'll see it either respect or disrespect certain levels. Hold on, let's add that break even into our record. Break even number 63. +3. No, you know what? It's +3, but we're gonna put that BE, because if you're happy about +3, you need to find a new job. Waiting to know gold go down here. I'm not too sure it will. Look, for now it's respecting 93.4 here, 93.5. So we need to see a closure. I think you have the 15 coming up here. Can the 15 stay above it, or will the 5 remain below here? We get a top wick and then we come down to fill 89, which is a possibility. So 2 minutes here, we might have more position. Yeah, you need a top wick here to 94.2. Let's see how we close. Streak still continues. No, we won 31 in a row, and then we took a loss, I think 2 weeks ago, right around the 4th or the 5th, like 10, yeah, 2 weeks ago, 10, 12 days ago, and then since then we haven't lost again. Nope, closing above. 20 seconds here. Let's see. I mean, can do whatever still. Looks like it's closing back in range. Huh. Oh, we gotta flip the tape ski. So the 15 close bearish, but bearish above. The 5 closed back up in range, but with no top wick. It's looking like a top wick and a bigger move down. But we'll see. This 5 could create this top wick, then, you know, as long as you stay above 93.5 here, yeah, we fill the range out. Just, there's nothing, we don't have an advantage for anything here yet. Excuse me. You know what's sad? Oh, besides the fact that there's no Carvel next to me, but damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. What's sad? Oh, I was gonna say I don't have a joint roll. That's the sad part. Like, I'm gonna have to, like, put in some work now. Need to get you to cones and a 6-shooter. Nah, just bring me some pre-rolls. Just make sure they rolled. I don't want to be dealing with no fucking packing no cones or... Five faked out here, right? So... Personal roller. Yeah, I have too many demands. Too many demands. Can't be met. Sir, your demands cannot be met. Well, I guess 2400, here we come. We can still have positions here. We just need a bullish closure above the most recent, and then a bottom wick here to the bottom of the range around 23.93. Could still happen. Oh, who's playing hockey tonight? Avalanche. Reason for not taking the rebreak of the high with closing respecting? What do you mean? I mean, we closed above, but not exactly respecting. We didn't really make a bottom wick, and like we haven't really rebroke the high here. Still previous candle still bearish, right? That's why I said I'd want a bullish closure and a bottom wick, and then we'll redo it all over again. We look at it that way. It has rejected 2 times at this price. Yeah, that means the next time it hits it, it'll be easier to break. Just keeps eating up more orders, more orders. If it don't hit 2400 now, great, let it hit 2400. Whatever it is, as long as it doesn't stay in one spot, as long as I don't care if it drives up, down, wherever it wants to go, flies, as long as it doesn't just range here or stay in this spot. That does nobody any good. Oh, we had 100%. Can I ask you why you only trade Asia? You're assuming I only trade Asia. You're making an assumption. Your assumption is wrong. While we here, is it time for an IG promo? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Chat, go follow the IG where I haven't posted in 3 days because I've been sick and fucking had no energy. Go follow that IG. This guy right here. This guy's IG that hasn't had any posts in a few days. Go follow it. Follow the IG. Korean zombie movie, what? Train to Bussin', free on YouTube. Train to Bus. Damn, that sounds like some shit you gotta do on your way to work. You gotta do a transfer. If you live in New York, you gotta do like 4 of those to get to work. Yo ass needs a Metro card, bro. Train to Bus. Get you a Metro card, you'll be alright. Margin call center, Sue Ann speaking. No, like that's crazy. Like I said it before, like you meet somebody with 2 names, you better end that conversation right there. You gonna end up being at fault and liable. Stop dealing with fucking Mary Lou, Sue Ann, Joanne. No, stop that. And not Joanne, Joanne. Like, stop dealing with these 2 name women. Patty Sue, Gabby Lynn. Stop that shit. Thank me later. It's your jam. It's your jam. It's my jam. That's my song. Five, respect it. How do you close partials on futures? Well, you see, that's the thing. You don't. You can close a full contract as long as you have more than 1 open. That'll be considered part of the position. Trail stops on futures. Yeah, I don't know what happened yesterday or this morning. I think it was this morning when I had a position and like you guys told me to get out of it. You just put a sell, right? So I put a sell limit as my TP, and then it came up, it tapped my sell limit, took me out of the buy, secured the profits, and went into a sell. And the funny thing is, it was like a strong level. It tapped it and reversed right back. So I don't know why it would open me up for a sell immediately after. I thought it would just close the buy. So I'm thinking maybe I just had a different amount of contracts up on that sell, but I don't think so, because I think here's the thing. I put a sell stop as my break even and a sell limit as my TP. And when it hit the sell limit, it closed out my buy and activated the sell limit. Yeah, so I took a couple of, that's what it could be like. I took a couple of contracts off. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. I mean, it worked out. Yeah, it worked out. Actually, I got W's on both, but it's like, that's a bad W, because that shit might not have worked out. I think once my live account on futures is up, I'll be trading my regular lot size, or just regular contract size. Interesting, interesting. Kind of moved up and down within this little 5-minute range, but we haven't gone anywhere just yet. Price is forming. Was it hard making the move to futures? I'm in the middle of it. I'm in the middle of the move. So I'm taking you guys through it, and I'm trying to have as much info on on futures I'm trying to have as much info as possible for the US traders. There's a insane amount of people ask me all the time for brokers, and you guys need a place to trade. What's the point of futures if you're successful here? Because it's legal where I'm at, right? And futures brokers where I'm at are regulated, right? And there is no spread on futures. Like, there's a lot of benefits to doing futures, and it's like the concept is the same. The lingo is different, right? A bit different. There's some, you need to, update your vocabulary a little bit, but it's nothing that 20 minutes on YouTube won't explain to you. Would you care to explain what futures are? No, I wouldn't care to explain. I just know I get to do technical analysis on the price of gold. And I'm very good at doing technical analysis. and I also understand fundamentals. And that's it. Do I understand the complete inner workings or how everything works behind the scenes or all the concepts? No. And I don't care to. Like, I know what I need to know. I'm always open to more opportunity and learning, but like in the direction of where it would be valuable to me. Futures regulated? Yes, it's regulated. It'll get taxed the same way I'm already getting taxed. Right? I think the barrier to entry is higher, right, for you guys. I don't know what the minimum is for you guys to have a futures account. I gotta double check. I think it's like 20 or 30,000, something like that, or 50,000. But I think it's 25,000. The basics of futures, same thing. Look, this is the gold versus the dollar chart. This is the gold futures chart. You see it? You see much of a difference? So you're doing the same thing, right? Have your levels, buy, sell, close, same thing. But like I said, if the barrier to entry is higher, you're probably your bets, your positions, your contracts have to be higher, right? Your lot size has to be higher, and that'll give you a chance to close partials. Futures or contracts started by farmers to keep track. I mean, just yeah, Google. I think Ninja. Okay, I might be wrong. But look this up, chat. I think the barrier to entry on a regulated futures platform in the United States is 25,000. I believe so, but I might be wrong. Way less. Where did I get this 25K from? I read that somewhere when I was trying to. That might have been the price on getting 50 pounds shipped here from Cali. I mean, I don't remember what it was. I read it somewhere. But he's like, 25K? Yeah, if you FedEx overnight, if you FedEx same day it. I need this shit same day. All right, 25K. Oh, 25K is for stocks. That's what it was. That's what it was. It was for stocks. Yeah, you see there's a whole bunch of people in here that corrected me right away. But you have to pay, what do you have to pay? You have to pay monthly access for data, right? You have to pay for access to data. Forex people do well in futures. If you trade, you trade. Yes, that's the point I'm trying to make. It's like if you trade like TA's TA, right? It's like the only thing is it's the same red and green button. It's just different name. All right, let's get back to gold here. Wow, it really did that just now? Oh, never mind. I'm not too upset about this. I mean, that 15 wasn't bad. That 15 was not too bad here. All this future stock. What's the analysis? We wanted to take some buys up to 2400 that we just didn't get in here. This 15 was really not bad because you held support here. You made a bottom wick, you flipped. You're going to fill the wick. And it was the 30 also. Yeah, no, there's no entry. Entry would have been right here. Did you take any position yet? Yeah, we had a break even. We had buys for a break even earlier. But at this point, we're just printing side by side, if you see here. So we're just waiting. Hit it in his house. If I got in right there, would you look to take profit? At the fill of the wick, I would have secured partials. I'd probably have 75% secured here, and the rest would be just runner to 2400, which is highly likely to hit because when we look to the left, it's just clean range. But you need to have an advantage point on your entry. I mean, an advantage on your entry, right? You don't want to have an entry in the middle of the range because then, like, you're at a 50-50 play here. You put yourself at a disadvantage. You could have had a better entry, right? Like, now you're settling. You could have had an optimal entry, and anything in the middle here, you're settling, right? Why? Just wait for your next optimal entry. Why would you put yourself in a position to not succeed? Right? No, put yourself in a position where good luck can find you, right? Put yourself in a good position, and that will be down here, and if you didn't take it there, then too bad, just move on. It's going to form real soon again. If it doesn't form now or in the next hour, it'll form in 3 to 4 hours or in 8 hours, but it's going to be soon. It's not going to be weeks without markets setting up again. Like this is the great thing about the way we trade. It just happens over and over and over and over. But your advantage point is filled here, right? You filled the wick after bouncing off that support. You can just come back down in range, or you can continue up. There's no edge here, right? There's nothing telling you where we're going, besides the fact that we're stuck in this ugly range. Wicks on Sativa tonight, yes. How can you tell? I'm on a sativa dominant hybrid. Pothead nose. Hearing a random screech here and there. Really? Coming through my headphones? Let me know when it happens. Got my wisdom teeth out Monday, all 4. This is the longest I've gone 7 years without smoking 18, almost 17. Why? Bro, I walked out the office and lit up a J, and I had the swabs in my mouth, and I was, because you also got the numb lip, and I'm taking a pull, and I can't take a pull because I can't control my lip, and I'm like, see blood dripping down the cheek. I'm fucking reversing through an intersection yelling, "Watch out!" It was a fun time. Dry sockets. Smoked the same day. I smoked on my way out the office. They told me, "You smoke?" I was like, "Nope." She was like, "Yes, you do. Don't smoke." I was like, "Okay." I walked out and I lit the shit right in front of her so she could see me from the office. And then I giggled my motherfucking ass off straight to the car and I drove off smoking it. She called me the next day talking about, "Yo, how you doing? You feeling alright?" I was like, "Hold on, let me light this J and I'll tell you." She was like, "Yeah, fuck off." Oh yeah, I'll smoke over any painkiller. Chat, by the way, if you're stuck here, if you're in some drawdown, make sure you call the margin call center. It's 1-800 got clapped. Make sure phone lines are open. We got operators standing by. Make sure you also go follow the IG X9_, follow the IG. Right? We post on that account all the time except for the last 4 days. And yeah, sub to the channel here and drop a like. Make sure you drop a like. Is gold going down? Like, no, I don't know. Fuck. Wixtradamus. Can we do a recap? What we're looking for? We're looking to get the fuck out of this little 5-minute range, either up or down. I don't care, but let's get out of here. See, we know wicks are ranges, and the current 2 candles, the previous 30-minute candle and this current candle, which make up the current hourly candle, are nothing but wicks to the upside, to the downside, which means this is a range and this is a range. So right, you see, range here, range here, in between them you have a range from here to here, and we're stuck in decision area, right? That's on a smaller time frame. See, when the market can figure out what it wants to do, we will act on it. Sir, you cut hair? No, on the contrary, I grow hair. I actually do the very opposite. I grow hair. See the movie The Rogue Trader? The guy keeps calling the lady to ask for margin? No, that sounds funny. What chart is this? I don't know, but no matter what you do, do not look here. Don't pay attention to that corner right there. This will mess you up. Don't look here. We need to hide this area right here. Hold on, I'm gonna actually hide it. Here, don't look here so you can't see it. Boom. Hiding. I'm on the phone. This shit. Don't make excuses, bro. You fucked up. That's it. Now it's our turn to troll. You fucked up. I'm just kidding, bro. It's just jokes. It's the internet. We're arranging. What are we gonna do? Just be a good sport and move on. Right here? This shit? I bet you there ain't nothing in there. I bet you. Yo, the 2 minute has given me so much clarity. That's crazy. Deuces. W deuces for the clarity. The last three 15-minute candles for the last 45 minutes. Oh, you out, Rich? Or Manny? Rich Manny. Later, Manny. Oh, deuces for the 2 minutes. All right, I got you. Well, see, that's the difference between us. You, Rich Manny low, and I'm Wix 9 high. You looking for more trades? Yeah, probably, potentially here. Potentially on the hourly. It's potentiable. Yeah, I think 2383 looking like a solid area. Bottom wicko. Or no. Okay, bottom wick here on the 5 formed. And we get a top wick on the next 5. Okay. So if we flip here on the 5, how much room do we have? Because the higher time frames are still making higher highs, higher lows, right? So look at the hourly. The hourly is going to close here in 10 minutes, in 9 minutes. And I don't know, I think we would need to break it right now on this 5. Yeah, I think if this 5 flips, I'll have a sell here. But if this 5 closes bullish, well, no, hold on, 10 minutes. 4. Yeah, no, okay, we're gonna wait this hourly out. Because even if the 5 breaks the low here, there's a level right below where this wick came off of. Yeah, it's only 6 pips. But But then the hourly will have a chance to close below here, and you have a really good entry for a runner. But the next hourly will also need a top wick, right? You're not expecting a candle to just run. You would want a top wick on the next hourly. And if you want a top wick on the next hourly, you're going to expect a pullback. But where will it pull back from? Even if 15 has no top wick? Yeah, that's why I'm looking at where the top wick on the 5 is. And look, the first thing it did is in these 2 minutes was come down, come up and make a top wick, right? The chance you get you fill out the range here down before the close of the hourly. And it did close below here. Yeah, I think if it's able to flip here on this 5-minute candle, we'll do it. We'll have a sell. I'll probably sell at the break of the low. But if the 5 closes bullish here, then I'll wait on the hourly. So lock in, because I think if we break that low, we're gonna close really bearish on the hourly, even below the range. Don't need to account. Oh, I'm in a sell here, gang. I just got in as it flipped. I was gonna say don't need to account for spread because it's a sell, so no spread involved there. We grabbed a nice top wick off a nice area. I don't think that's the stop. I'll change the stop if we end up coming up, because there's an area to the left where I would look to have a stop above. Yo, that's twice today. We rebroke the low and it pulled up. I'm not too worried about the 15. Like, yeah, if the 15 can come up, but that wasn't my worry. My worry is once we have this top wick here, is the closure above or below 23.93. That's the only thing. But as long as we're below there, I'm still expecting the next hourly to come down. We might have, depending on how the hourly closes, I'll look for pineapples depending on how steep of a wick it leaves. But yep, that's my entry. Rebreak out of lows here on the 5 after that top wick, expecting the bottom of the range. Oh, as for stops, hold on. As for stops, damn, that's tough. But that's a 5 candle. That's a leg candle, but it's a 5. We rebroke the lows, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Alright, so as far as actually fuck the stops, Chad. I'm gonna go break even right here and close half at 10 right here. Boom. So I close half at 10. I'm BE here, and I'm gonna let the list run, see if we can have a good entry for runners. You know what? I'm gonna close 75% here at 10, actually, because there's a chance to come. Oh, and then it's coming back up. So I closed 75% there at 10 pips, and Let's see. Will we survive? I got a runner at B here. Chances are we don't survive the next hourly top wick, but I wanted this to push down to the bottom of the range, maybe another 10-15 pips before managing it. So, got a runner here.
We got a runner. We got a runner. We got a runner.
Oh, I couldn't hear. Not much of a runner. It's about to get stopped out. Not yet. Oh, there it is, gang. So 75% closed at 10 pips and runner stopped out because like this is a pretty strong support, right? I think we'll still fill it after a top wick on the hourly. So I don't know if it really makes sense to then be in a position. So let's see how the hourly closes. Or it doesn't make sense to leave a lot of the position open, understanding that you're going to need a top wick on the next hourly. So that's why I closed 75% there. Mr. TP buy tick. I closed it on the dot. It was just 10.0, but I didn't want to get anything less. I would have probably just went BE and that's it, not closed anything. But I went BE and then I closed here 10, then I went like 12, 13, and then I just closed another quarter because I didn't expect it to really break this level, but on the off chance it did, I left the runner. This hourly though has broken the previous hourly low. So maybe that's an indication, an initial indication of break of structure. And you would see that we're breaking structure if we're able to break the previous hourly low again, which means if we can create a high, right, with a top wick and come down and flip break the previous hourly low, you're forming bearish structure. Right? Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. For now, on the higher time frame, on the 4 hours, we're making higher highs, higher lows. But that doesn't stop us from trading range to range on the smaller time frame. And we can still get that. But we would need a top wick for the previous hourly here, for the previous 15. Nearly a top wick. If we can get to 23.94 flat here on a top wick, things will get really interesting. I'll stay on here for about another 15 minutes. I want to see how this opens up. We might have more positions here. Let's win number 128. 25 seconds here, gang. Lock it in. This might make a bottom wick come up. That's tough. Look at the 5 though. The 5 rejected, bullish, back in that 5-minute range, right? Because the first indication that the structure's changing will show up on the smaller time frame, but it doesn't always lead to a structure change on the higher time frame. But when it does, like the first indications on a smaller time frame, 5 to the 15 to the 30 to the 1 to the 4, and eventually you get structure change, and then you go back and you see the higher time frame structure is changing. You go back to the smaller time frame to look for entries. So you go from, you go top down analysis, back up to zoom out, and back down to look for entries. Sort of how it works in my head. This is tough though because you left that bottom wick to fill and you didn't grab orders, so you're gonna expect this candle to flip bullish at some point. But if it doesn't and you're able to get some closures back below 23.89, Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. You'd still need top wicks. Closure anywhere below 89.34, you want to tap at least this area. Right here, right across, because you see from this area, this is where you drive. This, once the market came over here, it drove down, filled the range. So once you get that closure below the range, if this is able to hold, right, and does something like this, you need a top wick to come down. This is the area you want the top wick, because this is where the market drove from before. So if you're able to do this, right, you can even attempt, because this is a high quality area for a sell, you can even attempt a wick entry at that area. Why a wick entry? Because I drew this too close to the border, but let's do this. This is a really good entry for a wick entry, because now you've had your range 2 breakout, right? You have your range 1, range 2 here. Now anything below this area is your range 2 breakout. So let's say you're closing below. Chances are much higher that below range 2 that you'll fill down instead of faking out back in range, right? So now that you have that on your side, you understand the chances of faking out are much less. You have this coming up. You understand that it's likelier a top wick to come down than us faking out back in range at range 2. In this area, no, you're more likelier to come back up in range instead of doing this. But in this area, you're likelier to fill that range, right? So if you understand that, you can take that top wick entry, and this top wick entry, as long as it's on the other side of 2389.3, as long as it's above it, right? As long as you're above this area, it makes it much simpler to manage risk if you're wrong. Because let's say you have that entry and the market, instead of coming down, continues up, right? And let's say it continues up and you're wrong. Where does the next candle have to come back in order to continue driving? It has to come back down to this support above which you have your entry, right? Your entry is above the support. Oh, I'm sorry, it's this way. It's right here. So highly likely it comes back, either taps this area or the overall support, right? Where above which you have your entry. Capiche? You guys with me so far? So if this closes below and then you pull back up above here, right? If your entry for a sell is on this wick, candles will have to come back and grab orders, and they'll typically come back down to this support. At the very least, this will be established as a new support, right? And you'll have your chance to get out. You'll have your chance to mitigate risk. You want to look for those advantages in your positions, in just to account for everything. Account for the fact that you're wrong. You might be wrong. How would you get out, right? And where would it make sense? Heard the noise now. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Something with my headphones maybe. I don't know. My kids dropped them. I'll figure it out. I gotta fuck around with it. I mean, when we do the private session on Sunday, we can fuck around with it. Gotta go shoot, test my new CZ shot. Oh, enjoy. Enjoy. Where are you going? To the bank? Where are you testing it out? The local Wells Fargo? Alright, so we're getting this closure belowsure. First 5. Let's just see what happens. It's also going to need to be a 15 candle here, at least a 15. Update the record. Oh, that's right, we had a W. So we went from 93, we had 31 to 124. So yeah, we've won 4 straight now. That's 4 straight W's. Luca. If only we had a 10 pip top look on this hourly. Oh yeah, we'd be in there. We'd be all over it like shit on Velcro all day. We would be in there. But it didn't. What are we looking for? We're looking for a convenient way to say goodnight. I mean, we already had 2 trades, but the thing is, we're moving here, right? So I wanna. We might have possible positions for some sells. We think we can get to 83 here, and if we're able to just drive to 83 without like any kind of support form, like if this shit just breaks down and drops to 83, I'll take a buy off the rip as soon as we tap 83. Because I believe 89 is a level we'll need to come back to create the motion or the zucchini in order to come down. Definitely not getting a zucchini here based on a volume, but the motion for sure, which means it'll look like head and shoulders to you guys. Right? A little top wick, come down here. This is initially your first attempt at a head and shoulders, which is like a zucchini, and then once you come down here, the market will need to come back up, because it's not, most of the time, it's not just going to continue down here all the way down. No, that doesn't happen. It'll need to grab orders, and typically that's how you get your head and shoulders, right? Get that other shoulder, so you can look for the market to come up to this area and make a decision, because it could continue up here, right? It can continue to retest the highs, or you can hold this area and then come back down, and now you have your legitimate head and shoulder shampoo, right? Do that. So, but if it drives down here, right, without any indication that it's forming a support, that's why I'll take a buy here off the rip, because the market's not just going to continue doing this. That doesn't happen. Only maybe on high volatility news. There's got to be a catalyst. We don't have a catalyst here. So it'll typically just come back to that area. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Lucas slow as fuck, but he gets buckets. Yeah, so is the Joker. When you watch Luca play, or when you watch the Joker play, it's like watching slow motion replay. It's like the shit I used to do on like NBA Live 2K4 or 2004 or 2001. NBA Live 98. I'ma send you to bed, to bed, to bed. I'ma send you to bed. Hey, you suggested it, man. Wix is an insane basketball player. I am pretty good. I got handle, bro. I got like a 1-inch vertical leap, but who cares? White man can't jump, but I got handle. Manny Cars? Yeah. Where's the other Manny? Where's Rich Manny Low? I feel like the Mannys could hang out. Did you play at the JCC growing up? Yes, I did. You know they couldn't stop me. We played versus the JCCs. I played some pickup ball in the evenings at the JCH. It wasn't a center, it was a house. JCH. And I bet you got smacked. You crazy, you know how many participation trophies I got? You stupid. Bet you got some. I'm overloaded with these participation trophies. I was in every league. Running out of breath? Nah, I didn't smoke at that time. Thought you were from New York. Is there a JCC in New York? There's a JCH. I was just trying to tell you, but you don't listen. Look, man. Headphones, bro. Earplugs or headphones, whichever ones. JCH. Jamaican Community House. That's what it stands for. Damn. 15 says Sakyamara. Eastern Conference gonna be a breeze for the Salmon. What are we doing here? This is the 5, right? Oh, 5 gonna close bullish. 15 gonna close below the range though. Alright. What are we doing? Oh, we're not doing much. Yeah, that's tough with the hourly and no top wick here. That is a really good closure. Yeah, I don't have anything. I'd want a top wick here to at least 23.90. And if that doesn't happen, remember that vantage point I was talking about, then it comes down here and that's it. Like, I just won't enter. But I need that advantage point that I would be comfortable knowing that we can drive off of there. The issue now is you have a bottom wick, so you can't really take a top wick entry once you have formed this bottom wick, because this bottom wick could just be the orders grab to continue up if it does come up there, right? It might not come up there, and this might be the drive, and like you either wait on the next 30 for another top wick or whatever, right? You'll have 13 minutes left for the 30, but I would be really skeptical of taking the sell here right now because we didn't grab those orders. And it can come down, but that's just me. But we already have 2 trades here tonight, gang. You know, got some W's. Streaks continue. Don't be upset that there's not going to be a third trade during Asian session. How sure are you about 83? I mean, you got to pay for that kind of info. At least roll me a joint. I don't know. Call the margin call center. All right, gang. 1-800 got clapped. As I said, operators are standing by. Anyway, gang, I'm gonna call it a stream. We filled this little wick. Then your next opportunity here is in 12 minutes. Once the 30 closes, you want the 30 to pull back here, right? Even if it fills the whole range, you want it to pull back in order to give you a bottom wick, and then you'll wait on a top wick on the 30 to look to fill the range down. Okay, so same thing, and if it doesn't happen on the 30, you'll do the same thing on the hourly, and you'll wait for the next hourly to close. So wait for that 30, wait for the hourly, let it give you that bottom wick, let it pull up, let it grab orders, ideally to 89, 90 areas, and then flip bearish. But if it comes, also remember this hourly doesn't have a top wick, right? So if you start getting smaller time frames coming up and closing above 89, then you should start paying attention to the hourly flip. Okay, but W night, W day, W week, quarter, everything. It's been a really great year so far, and we're almost halfway done. I remember last year, May, thinking about, holy shit, we're almost at halfway through the year. Damn, it's already the year after, and we're already almost halfway through the year. Gang, I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern. Wow, weeks are flying by. Tomorrow's our last Asian session of the week, once again. Time is flying, yes, and it flies when you're enjoying yourself, or if you enjoy what you do, it seems to really just, disappear. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, live here on YouTube. Make sure you drop a like before you dip. Make sure you sub to the channel, turn on your notifications, this way you know when we're on, and make sure you go follow the IG. We really want to see you there. Love and wisdom to you all, chat mods. Thank you so much for coming through. As always, you guys know the deal. You guys know the speech. You know the whole spiel, as they used to say in the JCH, in the Jamaican community house. They used to say, you know the whole spiel. Oy vey. He knows the whole spiel. Capiche? All right, gang. That's my time. Zoom gang, I'll see you in the clubhouse probably in the morning. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have more time in the morning to kick up choose and actually have some decent positions. And chat, that's my time. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, folks.